put down that taco and get back in the truck. It's time for the Race-dezert.com Video of the Month.
This episode features Core Pro Light and Pro 2 driver Rodrigo Ampudia and highlights of the 40th annual Tecate SCORE Baja 500.
This month's Video of the Month is brought to you by KMC Wheels. Please visit KMC on the web at kmcwheels.com.
Rodrigo Ampudia is one of the upcoming stars of championship off-road racing.
He started his short course career off right by winning the Core Pro Light World Championship in 2006 and continues to run at the top of the field in Pro Light and Pro 2, a new class in 2008 for 24-year-old Ampudia.
It's Rodrigo Ampudia, Papa Some Beer, Tecate Monster Energy Racing. I'm racing a Pro 2 and a Pro Light with BF Goodrich tires. I've been racing since I was 14 with the Valdosta Racing team. My family's been involved in racing since I can remember. I love racing, I love championship off-road racing, desert, anything that's got adrenaline, it's action-packed. My dad started racing a 1600 car way back in the day, and then he bought a 1600 car from Neth, and after that he just started moving up the steps. They came up with a pro truck class. He raced pro trucks against Gus Valdosta, and then he moved up to a trophy truck with my uncle, but he had an unfortunate crash and we decided to take a break from racing, and then we started racing 1600 cars with Valdosta Racing, and then just by myself, and got involved with the core program 3 years ago.
My name is Lechero, and I'm Papa Some Beer Racing crew chief. Right now, I'm grooving those tires because we're trying to get the maximum traction this weekend in the track. And also it's been very difficult because they've been added some detergents to the water they put in the track. So it's been very difficult to find the right grooving for the tires. But we tried this in a practice and we did very good. So I used grooving a new set of tires for main event. Yeah, I'm a spotter too. Every single driver has to have a spotter up there because sometimes there are accidents in the track and sometimes the driver doesn't know because they're around the turn or something. So you have to be there to tell them what's going on in the track, and sometimes help us to pick up better lines because sometimes the lines keep changing because the track gets a lot of abuse. So sometimes good lines turn and be in a bad line in the end of the race. So I have to be watching everybody where he's losing time or where he's picking time up. So I'm letting him know where to go.
Right now, I just finished the spring semester at school and I'm gonna start summer school. I gotta do that, and we've been between races, so it's a little bit slower pace, but I'm getting it done, that's what it counts. Into the weekend, I was first in points by a point, and I think right now I'm third in points. And I qualified second, so that gives me 3 extra points. Robert not qualified first, he got 6 extra points. So it's a battle to the end.
Round 3 of the 2008 SCORE Desert Series takes us to Ensenada on the west side of the Baja California Peninsula for the 40th anniversary of the Tecate SCORE Baja 500. 289 competitors started the race Saturday morning on May 31st. 195 finished the event. This is the third highest finishing rate in the 40-year history of this race. 20 miles from the summit at race mile 134 lies the third Baja Pits location in a chain of 10 pits run by Locos Mocos. 2008 is the 10th anniversary of Locos Mocos. This crew consists of racers, chasers, industry specialists, and fans. The Locos crew started out by running their own free pit in remote areas where they knew racers would need help, and usually there was a nice beach nearby. They later ran a pit location for Mag 7 at select races, and in the last few years have been running a pit at each race for Baja Pits, where they service Baja Pits vehicles and continue to help any racer in need. First overall for the Baja 500 went to the number 97 trophy truck driven by B.J. Baldwin with a time of 9 hours, 10 minutes, and 47 seconds. Followed a mere 7 seconds later by the Riviera trophy truck driven by Mark Post and Rob McCachran. This is the closest overall four-wheel vehicle battle in the 40-year history of the event.
I followed the truck in front of me. Couldn't get around him every time I got the opportunity. I just couldn't do it. You know, the dust was too thick. And then got around him, and then before I knew it, I was first car on the road. And I got around Mark and the number 1 trophy truck. And then Mark did driver change. And then Rob was behind me, and I made a little mistake up kind of by the summit before Borrego. I got back in front of him, and I made like 5.5 minutes on him by the time I got to the beach. I just kept trying to make time on him, and then I got a flat on the passenger side, and I got a flat on the driver's side. I lost the brakes on the driver's side back. So, and then I was just, you know, couldn't rotate for any of the turns, so I had to limp it in. And I thought Rob was limping the whole time. So, you know, I wasn't under the impression that his truck was 100%. Because my truck was only at maybe 85%. I won by only what I needed to win by. I only won by 7 seconds. So, and I'm hurt. My legs hurt. I got, you know, my knee is messed up from punching that brake pedal with no brakes in it. So maybe that's what helped me win.
Next up for the 2008 SCORE Desert Series will be the 13th annual SCORE Terribles Primm 300 Desert Race to be held September 5th and 6th in Primm, Nevada. A special thanks to KMC Wheels for sponsoring the Race-dezert.com Video of the Month. Please take some time to visit KMC on the web at kmcwheels.com. Race-dezert.com Video of the Month features race highlights, shop tours, team features, and driver profiles. Visit racedezert.com/VOM every month for the very best in off-road racing.
Welcome to the Race-dezert.com Video of the Month. This episode features the Tecate SCORE Baja 500 and is brought to you by Desert People Lucky 7. The 41st annual Tecate SCORE Baja 500 was held June 5th and 6th, 2009. This year's course was 432 miles long, starting and ending in Ensenada on the Pacific side of the Baja California Peninsula. On race day, Robbie Gordon crossed the finish line with a time of 8 hours, 35 minutes for the trophy truck win. And BJ Baldwin came in second place 5 minutes later. But at the awards ceremony, Sal Fish announced that the results were not final, and there would be an extensive review of the IRC tracking data for all vehicles, and official results would be announced later that week. After the controversy with Robbie's second place finish at the San Felipe 250, everyone couldn't wait to see what was going to happen. 5 days later, the world of desert racing was shocked to see the official results penalizing Robbie Gordon with 100 minutes for an illegal pit and also no data on the tracker for part of the highway section. This put Robbie back to 7th place. BJ Baldwin was also penalized and moved into 8th place. Rick Johnson moved from 7th to 1st, taking over the trophy truck win. Only 3 of the 19 trophy trucks were penalty-free, and almost every class had changes due to highway speed and course deviation penalties. Has SCORE turned over a new leaf and will be strictly enforcing penalties to its racers? Only time will tell, and you can find out right here on Race-dezert.com in September for the Terribles Prim 300 and in November for the Tecate SCORE Baja 1000. Visit DesertPeople.com to learn more about the Desert People video series and the upcoming release Desert People Lucky 7. The RDC Video of the Month features race highlights, shop tours, team features, and driver profiles. Visit Race-dezert.com each month for the very best in off-road racing. Welcome to the Race-dezert.com event coverage of the 2010 SCORE Race Series. This episode features highlights of the Tecate SCORE Baja 500. The third race in the 2010 SCORE Desert Series was held June 5th, starting and ending in Ensenada on the Pacific side of the Baja California Peninsula. 39 of the 289 vehicles that started the race were trophy trucks, a record-breaking number of entries in that class for the SCORE Series.
Ya no dio, ya sacó la mano. Cuidado, tranquilo, que no sale. Ya.
There, no problem. He's going to look for a spot right off the highway. Ok, pues bueno, ahí va el helicóptero para allá, a echar gasolina.
Take a step back, there's problems about. Tunnel vision, your mind through the ground. Yourself
Andy and Scott McMillan took the overall four-wheel vehicle win with a time of 9 hours, 15 minutes, and 13 seconds. Tavo Vildosola finished second in the trophy truck class, and BJ Baldwin took the third place spot in his brand new trophy truck. Visit Race-dezert.com September 11th for race coverage of the SCORE Prim 300.
It was pretty close there to the end. It was pretty stressful. My dad was behind Jesse Jones when he took over the truck at 260. We're about a minute and a half, 2 minutes behind him on corrected time. And my dad just did an awesome job on his section up the beach. And wow, you know, Jesse had a flat up by Arindia when you climb up the big hill. And our guys told my dad that he had a flat, he was changing it there because we had people on that hill. So that allowed my dad to close the gap up. And Jesse pitted for fuel and rear tires in Santo Tomas. And my dad was close enough that he was able to get by him in the pits and just bring it home. So I think we beat Tavo by maybe 6 or 7 minutes. He was running real good from the 24th position all day long. I got out of the truck, he was third truck by at race mile 260. So in 260 miles, he went from 24th to third. So heck of a job to Tavo. Jesse Jones did a great job today. They both soloed it, and maybe that was the difference. You know, putting a fresh driver in and letting him take it to the finish.
How are you doing in points? Do you know?
Well, now we were leading before, 2 points over Jesse, and Jesse hasn't come in yet. So unless he's here in the next couple trucks, I think we got a pretty big points lead. So it's just awesome going to the Prim, and it's really cool.
We had a good day. We started 24th and trying to move our way up the pack. I think that by the time we were to coming off Mike's, we were probably the 4th truck physically out on the road, which it took a lot of energy and effort to get through a lot of trucks. But I think that it was a definite disadvantage. The guys in front got away from us a little bit. But hey, we're here at the finish line, second place, and we couldn't ask for anything more. We're in one piece. The trucks did great, and we put ourselves in a good position for starting at the 1,000. What's next for you?
Well, from this race, we're going to do the Vegas to Reno race, Best in the Desert, in late August, and then we're going to do the Mexicana Logistics race for Code, which is the one we sponsor in Mexicali, and then the Baja 1000. This was a big test not only for the truck, in terms of it was going to be able to live for the 1,000, but also for us in terms of a team. So we're very confident now that the truck is in good shape, and I think the Vegas to Reno is going to be another big test for the truck, and we're gonna start building the new one to be ready to race Laughlin in 2011.
When are you going to step it up to class 11?
Well, I don't know. When are you going to invite me, Klaus?
All right.
I was ready for the invitation. It just never came.
Anytime.
Anytime. All right, well, next time.
Yeah.
Next Mexican 1000.
My day was kind of rough. I didn't get much test time in the new truck, so stiff as a board. It just beat the hell out of me all day long, and we're having to work on some steering issues that our steering wasn't working, slamming on the brakes, going into corners and stuff like that. So I think we have to up the pressure, but overall, we had an all right day. I'm pretty beat up because it was really stiff. But we did all right. I think we got like third, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know what place we got.
I don't know, third or fourth or fourth?
Yeah, third or fourth. It's not bad. It's not winning, so I don't even care if it's third or fourth. But this is my favorite race course, and I love it. The Baja 500 is great. The fans down here are great. Didn't get any flats today. I had a pretty good day. The new truck.
Yeah. How was that?
We're taking an existing chassis, a stout chassis, and we're kind of putting the Baldwin Motorsports shine on it and trying to make it much, much better and trying to get it to reach its full potential. We have not gotten very far on it. We had heating issues, and now we have big suspension issues and steering issues. So we're gonna fix everything and make this thing a killer. We're gonna test for the next 30 days. So.
But no regrets?
No regrets.
Yeah, good. So
it's a pretty good truck. It's a little bit better on the roads, and that's what I was looking for. You know what? If you can't win, get some attention. Right? Right? DJ's Donuts.
DJ Donuts.
I left a half a dozen back there. I did a dozen over by so
Cool.
we had some fun doing that. I deserved to be able to do donuts.
You did donuts in Ojos?
Yeah, we did a few. Just goofing off. I knew we weren't going to win, and I didn't think we were going to get third. I thought we were going to be fifth.
Oh.
So had I known we were going to maybe be third or second, I probably wouldn't have goofed off so much. But I had fun.
Yeah?
I don't know. Everybody keeps calling me a badge for not joining Race-dezert. And
We need BJ.
right?
We need you, BJ. You're the crazy driver in 2010.
They need me on Race-dezert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I will.
2010.
Maybe I will.
Visit Race-dezert.com for the latest featured videos, race coverage, photo galleries, and more. The 43rd running of the Tecate SCORE Baja 500 was held June 3rd through 5th, starting and ending in Ensenada on the Pacific side of the Baja California Peninsula. After 2 weeks of pre-running, most racers talked about how hard this course was compared to previous years. This year's event had 254 entries, and they were all ready to battle it out on the 452-mile race course.
And the plan for today is, to be safe, obviously. There's a lot of gotchas out there on the track, and, we're trying to win the point championship this year. So, we're going to, try to get what we can get, not take any chances and wait till Borrego and see where we're at. Hopefully we're in the top 3 trucks right there, and then we'll go for it and go for the win at the end.
Brought the Hummer to play with the boys. We got our work cut out for us. Drew a bad number. It doesn't have the wheel travel as a trophy truck, but it's really nimble and really quick. And hopefully we can just keep the CVs and axles in it. I'm not really worried about transmission, not worried about tires because it's so light. We're probably 1,500 pounds lighter than everybody else with 100 gallons of gas. So it's just a nimble little car, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Right on. Did you put a bumper on it, or how do you plan on moving everyone out of the way?
No, they're all going to stop for fuel, and we're going to drive by.
I think, being first off the line has a huge advantage of, no dust. And, we just got to make sure there's no booby traps and be careful the first 40 miles, get out of town. And then I think we're going to take it pretty easy until we get over the summit and then, see what times we got there and make a hard charge from there to the finish.
win in the SCORE Light class in San Felipe, the team of Steven Eugenio and Adam Fancook won in Class 1 Unlimited and took 7th overall for 4-wheel vehicles in their new Chevy-powered Jimco. They were followed by 17-year-old Justin Davis, who took 2nd, and Damon Jeffries, who finished 3rd. In his rookie season racing in the SCORE Trophy Truck class, Bryce Menzies won the Laughlin Desert Challenge and followed it up with a 6th place finish at the San Felipe 250. Bryce ended up with the first starting position and was able to hold off Andy McMillan and the number 9 Team Herbst truck driven by Tim Herbst and Larry Rossler for the overall 4-wheel vehicle win. The Herbst truck crossed the line 2nd, but after penalties, they were moved back to 6th, and Rob McCachran moved up to 2nd place, which was a great follow-up to his win at the San Felipe 250. Andy McMillan crossed the line 3rd and held that position after the tracking data was reviewed. Next up for the 2011 SCORE Desert Series is the Prim 300, August 26th through 28th. Check out Race-dezert.com for all the race action. Race-dezert.com, where racing continues 24/7 long after the dust settles.
How's it feel to be the creator of the longest thread in the history of Race-dezert?
I don't know. I think most of the guys on there support it more than I do. I just go in there and spew hate at them every 6 months. But I'm the only one that has the power to lock the thread. So I've locked it a couple times and they had mutiny and made Klaus reopen it, which is pretty funny.
Awesome. All right, well, good luck tomorrow.
Cool.
Right
Thanks,
on.
man.
And then the question of the day, if you could ban one person from Race-dezert, who would it be?
One person from God. I know who I want to ban, but I can't say it.
All right.
But, you know who.
All right, right. Everyone else wants to know, when are you going to start posting on Race-dezert?
When I get internet service. But down here, I haven't even been on my Facebook. I need more Facebook fans. When I get 15,000 Facebook fans, I'll start posting on Race-dezert.
All right, cool. Good luck tomorrow.
All right.
it was a good day for us. We struggled a little bit early. I went off the first jump and got in about a foot of water and spun out. I'm stoked. I mean, Bryce has won the last two of them, and I knew he was going to be tough. Everybody here in Mexico for allowing us to come down here and race on the roads. I want to thank all the locals for allowing us to do it, the government officials for working with SCORE to put a great race together, and my race team for the awesome job they did again.